Yo, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Book Success. We're in Boston right now. I will show you a more detailed view later. But anyway, in this short video, I want to talk about one of the most inspiring self-help books and one of the classics out there. It's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. So I'm going to quickly guide you through this book. It's a quick introduction video. Okay, so I'm going to tell you who is Stephen Covey, what has he accomplished, what is this book about, and who should read it. The first thing is, who is Stephen Covey? So Stephen Covey was considered among Times Magazine one of the most influential authors on the topic of self-development in the United States. So he wrote this book. He sold over 25 million copies of this book in more than 40 different languages. So you can tell this man was influential. What is this book about? Well, in this book, Stephen Covey displays 7 universal principles to become more effective. And Stephen Covey believed that in order to become truly successful, people have to become principle-centered. What does that mean? That means that if you can adopt the universal principles or the universal habits of successful and effective people, you will be successful too. So it is important to understand that this book has a universal capacity. That means that these principles you will find in this book are universal applicable. That means they apply to every culture or country. And Stephen Covey really noticed that so he got readers in Africa and Indonesia and China and all kinds of countries all over the world. And they told him but Stephen, all those principles that are supposed to apply to US citizens also apply to us. So, I mean, it's a very universal, applicable book in that way. So what are those 7 habits? You're probably curious. You want to know, okay, what are those 7 habits of highly effective people? What are those 7 principles? Well, I'm going to very quickly summarize them right now. So the first one is be proactive. Be proactive. You are responsible. You are in the driver's seat. You get to decide how you react to your life situation, life circumstances. You are responsible for your actions. That is basically the first one. The second one is begin with the end in mind. What does that mean? Covey says that people have to or need to have a vision in life. They have to, or they need a sense of direction. They should know where they want to go in life. That's really important. Once you have a vision, once you have a sense of direction in life, you can go to the third habit or the third principle, which is set priorities. If you know what is important and what is truly valuable to you, you can set priorities in your life. You can say okay, this I don't do because it's not in line with my values. So I skip it, I leave it aside, and I do the important thing. Okay, that is the third one. Set priorities. Put first things first. The fourth thing is think win-win. So in every human encounter, in every human interaction, you should always try to seek for a win-win situation. Fourth thing. Fifth principle is seek to understand, then to be understood. So basically this means that people should always try to listen first to how that other person is perceiving the world around him or her, and then go in conversation with them, and then reply, and then put your thoughts into that conversation. That's the fifth one. The sixth one is, and this one is really important, is synergy. Synergize. Once you get to know all those other principles, it is important to realize that people can actually get together, collaborate, and get into a nice synergy. That means that you can create, out of all separate individuals, you can create a part or a total that is bigger than the sum of its parts. It's a synergy. Okay, and the 7th principle, the 7th habit, is what Covey calls renewal the saw. Basically, this means that through all those principles, we have to constantly renew our nature, our energy. And how can we do this? By, for example, spiritual exercises, meditation, like come to a calm, brief moment with yourself. By exercising, working on your physical health. If you're not healthy, you will not be able to do all those things I mentioned before. By encountering in social, like training your social interactions and training your social skills, becoming more social, know how to affect others, being emotional intelligence. Okay, so that are briefly I summarized the 7 habits or the 7 principles of highly effective people. Now, who should read this book? Well, since it is so universally applied, I recommend everyone to get this book. If you haven't read it yet, go and get it. It's a good book. It's a very good book because you can apply those principles like on a daily basis. So get on it, please. If you're not sure yet, so if you want to know more about this book, you should go to my website. It's called www.booksuccess.com, and there you can find more details on the book. You can read about more in-depth concepts. So I'll provide a brief summary here. There I provide more details on this book. Okay, so more self-help book summaries are coming up, by the way. So if you like what I'm putting out here, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to talk to you next time. We're in beautiful Boston right here. Look at it, like nice view. There's Boston. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Cheers.